Alright, we are on lesson 45, Algebra 1. And in this lesson, we're going to talk about some statistics. Statistics is just a word used by mathematicians when we are using collection, organization, and interpretation of numerical data. Okay, and we're going to learn something we've already been familiar with: range, median, and mode. These four things all together are called measures of central tendency. So we group them together to understand stuff about measurements and about a central point. So let's just dive right into it and talk about each one. What is range? So if I have a collection of numbers, say I have numbers 8, 10, 14, 30, and 30. Okay? The range, you put them in order from least to greatest, so my range is from 8 to 30, or the difference, which is 22. Okay, if we look at another set of data, 4, 4, 8, 15, 15, 18. They're in order from least to greatest. My least is 4, my range is from 4 to 18, or the difference, which is 14. So, the range is really easy to do. Now let's look at the median. Imagine you're on a highway and you're driving in a neighborhood. You've got 4 lanes. In the middle there's this concrete with grass on it. That is called a median because it's right in the middle of the highway. And the word median comes from the Latin word medius, which means middle. We use the word median to name the middle number in a set of numbers that are arranged in order from least to greatest. So let's look at this. Our middle number is 14, so our median is 14. Look at this next set. 4. We have 2 because we have an even number of numbers, so we have to take these two, add them together, and divide by 2. So that's 23 divided by 2, which is 11.5. So the median is 11.5 of this set of numbers. Okay, so now we're going to move to what is mode. Mode is a French word for fashion, which comes from the Latin word modus. We use the word mode in data analysis to describe the number in a set that appears the most amount of times. So for instance, in this series, 30 appears twice, everything else is once, so our mode is 30, and it has to appear at least 2 times. If no number appears more than once, there is no mode. And let's look at this set. You've got 4 appears twice, and 15 appears twice. So you have 2 modes. So the modes are 4 and 15. So when we know the word bi, which means 2, all right, like bicycle, we say that a set of numbers above that have two modes is bimodal because it has 2 modes. Okay, mean. Mean is the average of numbers. So how do we find the average? We add the numbers together. We take their sum. Here we have 5, and we divide by 5. And we get this. We get 118.4. So the average is 18.4. For this group, when we add them together, we get 64 divided by 6, which is 10.67. So mean is the same thing as saying average. So let's go right into it and look at some of the problems. You're saying, why do we use this? Well, we use this data to compare numbers, and if you want to know what your average grade is in your class, you've had 20 grades, 5 of them tests. What is your average? You add them together and divide by how many grades you're averaging, and that will give you your average grade. So let's look at 45.y. A freight company received a shipment of 8 cats, 1 cow. The weights are in pounds, and they are 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 4, 3, and 800 respectively. Find a range, a median, a mode, and a mean. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to put these numbers in order from least to greatest, which would be 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 800. So the range is from 2 to 800, and then you find the difference, which is 798. So the range is 798. What's the median? Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 numbers. So you're going to find the two middle, 5 and 6. And your average is the same number. Your median is going to be 3. Okay, your mode. 2 appears 4 times, 2 times. So our mode is 2 because it appears 4 times. Now to find the mean, we add up all these numbers, and this is what? 4, 2, 4, 6, 8, 18. So 818. We said we have 4, 6, 7, 8 numbers, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, we have 8 numbers. 1, 2. Oh, actually, I have all the numbers written down right. So we have, oh, there's 9 numbers. I miscounted. I didn't miscount how enough 2's. Yes. So you divide by 9. 9. Which they do. I'm going to let you do the calculators. 91.22. So my mean is 91.22. Simple as that. Now let's look at let's look at example 45.3. It says the mean of 5 numbers is 10. 4 of the numbers are 2, 8, 11, 14. Find the fifth. Well, what do we know about average? Average is equal to the sum of numbers divided by the number of numbers. Total number of numbers. Okay, so we said we have 5 numbers. They said the average is 10. So I'm going to replace A with 10. The sum, we don't know, but they said we have 5 numbers, and they said we know 4 of them. 2 plus 8 plus 11 plus 14. But we have 5, so we have to put in X. So we're just missing one number. Can we find that? Yes. Let's combine all these lights. So 10 equals 10, 20, 35. 35 plus X over 5. Well, the first thing we have to do is we have to get rid of this 5. So we multiply both sides by 5. So we get 50 equals 35 plus X. We minus 35. X equals 15. And how do we check that? We put it back in here, and it should work out. Alright? Your code for this lesson is 588, the number 588, and put it on the top of homework 43. 588 on the top of homework 43.